Lord Meghnad Desai is joining us from London tonight. Tomorrow, Lord Meghnad Desai, we have Pranab Mukherjee's big news conference around 12:30. I'd like to tell our viewers we're going to live on that. Professor R. Vaidyanathan has been writing on this subject. He's an expert on the subject. And along with Nirmala Sitharaman, he believes that, India should arm twist the Swiss. So my first question is to you, Lord Desai. Can India arm twist the Swiss?
No. Because India doesn't have the willpower and the determination to do it. The Germans were able to do it, but I don't think the government of India has either the willingness or the desire to do it. It is a crime, it's an international crime, multiple crime, because it is not only tax evasion, but it's illegal in terms of sending money abroad, very much like many African countries have been suffering. It's a serious matter, but I presume that at the end of the day, the government of India will do nothing about this.
Okay, let me go to Professor Vaidyanathan next. Professor Vaidyanathan, that's the view tonight. What are you looking out for in the news conference of the Finance Minister tomorrow?
My wish list is threefold. India should take the lead in creating a new global financial architecture. India is one of the important members of G20, and we are growing at something like 8.5%. The 20th century financial architecture, which gave rise to these tax havens, is based on thievery and thuggery. We should now create an alternate financial global architecture. We should be leaders in that, which will help all the emerging countries, because the economic power has shifted to Asia. We should take the lead, and our one-point agenda should be to create an alternate financial architecture, closing down all these secretive tax havens.
We can't single-handedly do it.
21st century should be...
No, we can't single-handedly do it.
The 21st century should be transparency and integrity.
No, all right, but we can't single-handedly do it. Otherwise, Nirmala Sitharaman, the NDA government would have tried to do it earlier. They did nothing. Now, I had a report earlier today.
No. I think Arnab...
Now, let me get Nirmala Sitharaman. Let me get initial thoughts.
This is not NDA or... No, this is not... No, I would not like to get into the debate of UPA, NDA and other thing. See, let us be clear, Arnab, I think all of us would be understanding that our republic is under stress. Again and again I am repeating. Somebody, an Australian who is located at London, who is charged by Sweden and who has got supposed to have leaked American secrets, is having some 2,000 names.
No, you see.
Quite a number of them could be Indian.
No, we are focusing on the case of
our republic is under stress. Let us be...
I understand your big point, but I'm saying
government of India, Arnab, Ministry of Finance, represented by its director in the Ministry of Finance, has told in the Supreme Court categorically in 2009 March for the Ram Jethmalani case in an affidavit that 76,000 crore has been raised against him.
Professor,
this is something which is not an allegation.
No, Professor, I'm not saying that. I just want to. I want to just ask you, Nirmala Sitharaman. I don't know if you saw a report on Hassan Ali. Now, our reporter went to Pune. Hassan Ali, $15 billion tax evader. He was pushed away. We were not allowed to talk to him. The pictures are there. I found something revolting in those pictures there of Hassan Ali spending, lakhs of rupees. The spy cam pictures show him, at the Pune races, as if he was a completely free man. He's racing there. He's betting money. He appears to be under absolutely no stress. Now, we are told, Nirmala Sitharaman, the Swiss are not convinced. We gave the papers to the Swiss on Hassan Ali. And the Swiss told us, your papers are forged. Hence, we haven't been able to do anything because the Swiss are not cooperating. You buy that line?
Arnab, I think this debate has reached a stage today in this country. It is no longer trying to understand why NDA didn't do or why should the UPA do now. Those are not the questions. I think Lord Meghnad Desai was quite right in saying there is no political will in this country, but as principal opposition party and with Sri Advani ji having taken so much of a keen interest in finding out much more reliable and credible information on this matter, the task force of which Professor Vaidyanathan is one of the eminent members, has today resulted in the country having quite a lot of credible information on the basis of which the BJP is approaching this matter in a far more matured way. And I think it's important for us to understand, as a nation we tend to lose if our political will is at low, and it is important for us again therefore to understand it is in the interest of this country that the government of the day will have to work with all the political parties and make sure a tangible, credible work is put forward, that no government is going, whether it is Liechtenstein or whether it is Germany or whether it is Channel Islands, wherever be it, our approach with credible data and a very good, well-written document, a dossier being given to them, cannot be rejected. But at the same time, we cannot be naive enough to think that it is possible for us to dash off any letter and expect them to cooperate just because poor people in India are waiting for their help. I think we should approach it in a very, very professional way. There are very eminent people who have collected very good, credible data, and I think the country should benefit from this, precipitating interest on this matter. And UPA too, therefore, I hope tomorrow the finance minister rises above political consideration and looks at India as a loser otherwise, and make sure that all political parties are taken on board on this matter, with the Supreme Court also looking into this matter.
I think
the country needs a mature, seasoned leadership which can take this forward and make India an exemplar on this matter. So that third world countries, which I hate to use the expression, will see that it is possible for them to get their legitimate money back to this country.
No, the country didn't lack a mature leadership during the Prime Ministership of Atal Bihari Vajpayee either. Now I'm not getting into the politics of it, however. There'll be enough political points scored.
No, I think, Arnav, I would want you to. No, there has not been enough information, enough well-researched documentation available at that time. So let us not harp on this. I think the BJP today very clearly says we have enough credible work done on it. Professor Vaidyanathan's team, the task force has done brilliant work. So let us not go back to did you do, did I do.
No, I
think this country should rise above that.
No, nobody wants the situation where, one of the lead stories to tomorrow's papers is going to be that, Priyanka Chopra and Katrina Kaif were raided for their tax returns, and the country's biggest fraudster is there at the Pune race course, cocking a snook, and his security men throwing away the Times Now crew, not wanting to answer. We want the focus on Hassan Ali tomorrow, for example. Now, Lord Meghnad Desai, look at the macro picture. Suppose tomorrow you were in Pranab Mukherjee's shoes, and you knew there's a political interest. Can you just read the guidelines and get away with it?
No, I think it's very, very simple. A government which could not nail Quattrochi after all these years, a CBI very inefficient, the government lacking will, I don't think they're going to do anything. They're going to get a lot of smoke screen by raiding this and that person, but the main culprits will not be found because the entire political system is complicit in this matter. And you cannot expose the political system.
Dr. Desai, now it's peaked.
I'm sorry,
it's a political issue.
I'm sorry, Arnab.
No, Dr. Desai.
I'm sorry, Arnab. I have no hope. I have no hope of the Indian government being able to tackle this question in decades.
But every government...
they could have done it, but they've lost the will.
But Lord Desai, every government responds to pressure. Every government responds to public and political pressure.
It will be all lost in BJP versus Congress.
That this country's media... No, Dr. Desai, I think you should have a lot more optimism, because this country today, both the media and the political parties, irrespective of whichever party I'm talking about, there is a great deal of national concern. And you will definitely see that there is a lot of pressure which is going to mount, and the government will be moving towards having to answer these questions. And therefore,
I will bet with you, nothing will happen.
Smoke screen will not be acceptable.
I will bet with you, nothing will happen.
Well, I mean...
Nothing.
Professor Vaidyanathan, I think everyone wants to be optimistic. I cannot understand how a country of India's size cannot exert nation on a tiny country like Switzerland. Yes, Professor Vaidyanathan.
I would request tomorrow Pranab to focus only on concretely three issues. One is Liechtenstein, which we are thoroughly knowing about it. Supreme Court has heard about it. Government has committed that 26 people have stashed away and then tax revenue of 43 crores. It's not allegation. Hassan Ali, no more allegation. Finance Ministry has filed an affidavit against him for 76,000 crore. Bofors, not an allegation. The highest tribunal of this country has categorically told they have taken cut money. They have taken bribe and on which they have to pay a tax. Controversy has been mentioned. So these three are concrete cases. What I am telling you, there is no, ifs and buts and, somebody throwing a mud opposition and other. I would like the finance minister of this country to say, with a time-bound program, all the three cases will be dealt with.
Well,
the public of this country will be taken into confidence.
And just
that will reduce the defunct trust.
Yeah. Oh, right over pictures of Hassan Ali, I just want to say one thing which I think everyone, Lord Meghnad this side, Nirmala, everyone will agree. It is a slap in the face of this country.
But Arnob, I just want to add one thing here.
Yes, Nirmala Sibal. Yes.
See, the point is, yes, the matter is sub judice. A lot of things are happening through the Supreme Court. The government should now get over this thing of, for the 26, some names can be revealed, the others cannot be. I think we cannot afford this kind of, selective compliance with the international treaty that they're talking about.
Yeah.
No international treaty is going to be blind to the fact that these monies are taxpayers.
Yes.
People who are cheating the tax structure of this country.
And one point to on the Hassan Ali pictures.
Forum, you project
just one point.
These monies have been stacked. They violative of the Indian law.
Yes.
No international government is going to seek cover under it. So the government of India should now rise above this and then say to the Supreme Court, not selectively, but if the rule applies to 10 of them, it should apply to all the 26. How is it that they're giving some names and not the others?
One
they
point.
Should reveal it all.
One point over the Hassan Ali pictures. Professor Vaidyanathan, out of time. I just want to say one thing.
Arnab,
one thing which a viewer told us.
I will give one concrete suggestion to Pranabda.
No, let's wait for the press conference. Let's wait for the press conference.
No, I will give a concrete suggestion to him.
Okay. I think you should say it out.
Say it out.
Yeah, I will say that he should encourage all political leaders, including himself, that we will write to the President of India telling I or my family do not have any money abroad illegally.
Okay. Now
that will electrify the nation.
Okay.
Now let us see how many political party leaders come forward and submit this note to the President of India.
To Hassan Ali tonight.
And Pranabda can do it. I am very confident about it.
To Hassan Ali tonight, from all of us here at Times Now. Let's see those pictures of our reporter being pushed away. You can push the Times Now reporter away, Mr. Hassan Ali. You can't get away from the gaze of over 1 billion people, and each time you spend money at the races in Pune, remember this, you've stolen money from this country. Thank you for watching the News Hour tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.